Good morning, everybody. Hope you were able to be at the meeting today. It was a great meeting, great participation, which always makes the meeting the best it can possibly be. So thank you to everybody who participated. Some of the things that we touched on, and I have to say it, happy birthday to Lou. It was her birthday today. I think that's about the 28th time that I've mentioned it, so I'm about halfway done. I also want to say congratulations to Spencer Gray. He was the first recipient of the Certified Buyer Specialist certification, so we're really excited about that. And you can speak to him. He will tell you it wasn't too awfully painful to do the presentation to myself. So recognize that indeed, whether you are a candidate or you're receiving the actual certification because you have 5 buyer controlled sales, that part of that process is doing the presentation to myself and or Eric. We aim to please. We also welcome Samantha I'm going to say it incorrectly, sorry Samantha, Farrar. She is our newest member, wonderful. She's going to be sitting down at the end of the hall with Caitlin, so swing by and say hello. Tina wasn't with us today. She's getting her clock hours, so she has to do the same thing that we have to do. And speaking of education, you saw the lunch bag at the beginning of the video. Education is what's going to differentiate you in your success. Part of that education opportunity is you can sit for the Pacific Institute. We have one more chance that we're having it here in our office, and that's being held on October 5th and 6th. You would be billed in your next 2 commission checks should you sign up, so you don't have to do it cash out of pocket. I really hope that you will participate. It truly is one of the best things I've ever done in my career. Another piece of education, we mentioned 2 specific parts of our forms today. One of which is on the Form 21. It addresses whether the seller is or is not a foreign person in the Real Estate Protection Act. So I don't have that quite fully correct, but if you know the phrase FIRPTA, that's what we're talking about. We had a scenario in our offices where an outside selling company said that the seller's acknowledgement of being a foreign person or checking the box that they weren't a foreign person was a counteroffer. It's very important for you to know that right within the form's manual, it is clearly explained that, and I quote, General Term S states that, just like the insertion of seller's name, seller's selection of citizenship status is not considered a counteroffer. So did you catch that? Insertion of seller's name or the declaration of seller's citizenship status is not a counteroffer. So don't let somebody mess with you in regards to that. Pay very specific attention to the form, and if you're confused, obviously reach out to Eric or myself, but also that forms manual that's online when you go into Northwest MLS. The form identification number is on the left side, and the form manual, the defining use of the form, is going to be on your right side. It's a wonderful tool for you. The other issue that has come up, I did several file reviews this weekend, and too many files with buyer-controlled sales left a very significant check mark out. And the check mark is in paragraph 3C of the financing addendum. And it's where the form says, buyer's waiver of the financing contingency under this paragraph will or will not constitute waiver of paragraph 7, which is the waiver of the appraisal paragraph. And if neither box is checked, it means that it will be waived. So if the buyer waives their financing, the appraisal protection for your buyer will also be waived unless you are proactive and offer the proper representation to your buyer and check the will not box. The verbiage is confusing, and so I understand how people are missing it, but it's critical that you are checking when you represent the buyer that the appraisal portion of the finance addendum will not be waived if the rest of the financing addendum is waived by the buyer client. Again, any questions? Ask myself or check in with Eric. There was some fun information that was gleaned from the TAPCAR general membership meeting. I wish more of us would have been there. It was a lot of fun. It was a lot of great information. Great discussion on the Chambers Bay Conference. Let it be known that in the U.S. history that we consumed more beer. Also let it be known that it was the lowest average score at any U.S. competition golf tournament. So that was interesting to hear as well. A few more things. I want to remind you that Christmas is going to be coming up for our Christmas party on December 4th. And we have the foundation. So we are participating in putting a basket together, and we need your donations. We're doing hey, it's a fun day in Seattle, and we're going to have everything from a gift certificate to the big wheel, to the aquarium, to a nice hotel stay, to the Pike's Place Starbucks, gum for the gum wall, dinner at the Pink Door. I mean, whatever you can think of as a Pike Place Day extravaganza is what we're putting together in this basket. So you don't have to do anything but give me some money. Yep, I'll say it again. I would love some money. So we're going to pull it all together. We appreciate your contributions. We're anticipating it's probably going to cost us about $400. This is for the fundraising for Foundation Night, which is on the 21st of October, the night before the convention, which is, as you probably already have in your phone, the 22nd of October. So please see any of staff, particularly myself or Eric or Cheryl, in regards to your donation. We are accepting them now. The baskets are due in slightly over a week, but we're going to pull it together. And let's see, it seems like there was one more thing. There was one more thing. What was it?
No sales meeting next Tuesday and no fusion on Monday because we'll be closed, Bobby.
We will be closed. It's almost like a vacation, Eric.
It is.
It is.
Thank you.
So, bye, y'all. Bye, Eric.